my captain's question is from one of our fans, Jonathan Lohman. He actually suggested to me from Facebook a captain's question. Are you guys ready for that?
I am prepared.
All right. So I don't want Phil. I don't want you stealing J-Bot's answer. So I'm going to go to
Everybody's stealing my
J-Bot
answer.
first.
Well, I can't
don't
help
get him
it,
angry.
you know? I just
Don't get him angry. I think I know the answer to this one, but if you could change one stat on any one ship in the game, up or down a point, any attack, defense, shield, hull, how much it cost, 1 point on any one ship, what would you change?
Oh wow, that's actually tough. I kind of curious to know what you think I would say after I kind of figure this out in my head.
Okay. If you want to,
so go ahead.
If you want to go to Phil, you can pass to Phil if you want time to process.
Yeah, and if Phil's ready, let's see what Phil has, because there's a lot of options for me out there. There's a lot of cards I really, really would like to see change. But you're talking about stats or point cost?
Stats. It can be stat or point cost. I don't know. You know, any ship. One. I guess it says stat. One stat changed up or down.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a second. I'll mull it over.
Okay. He's computating. Phil, if you want to computate, I can always go first. But
I wouldn't want you to go first. Because I'm going to steal your answer. It's you decrease the attack value on the TIE Phantom by 1.
I thought about saying that. It was like, wait a minute, we can't have a consensus in this. We have to disagree. I want to increase the Phantom's attack to 5. I think that would be great.
That would be great.
I so want to reduce the value to 3. It would not be an insane ship at that point. I would not have conniption fits about it.
Yeah. But you know what so I'll let you talk about that. But I think what I would actually do is change the attack value on the Millennium Falcon to a 2.
Oh.
So bring it more in line with the Outer Rim Smuggler stat line.
Most people would say bring the Outer Rim Smuggler up in line with everyone else.
Yeah, but I would say bring it down, because I don't like 3 dice turrets. You know, I think the ship would have been more interesting as a 2 attack dice base ship.
I hear you.
It makes sense with it.
No one would fly it. No one.
Well, it depends. All depends on the cost.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, if you just dropped the attack value by 1 and kept it the same cost, no one would fly it, and that would make sense. But I think that there would be ways, depending on the cost and depending on the abilities, to attack value. You know, maybe that's a little harsh, but
that's what you do. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, J-Bot, you ready or no?
Yeah, I have to keep it to the kind of the ships that I'm most familiar with, which is obviously more of the earlier waves. I don't know any of the newer ships quite well enough. I don't know that it's really the best way that I would quote unquote fix it, but obviously the Hawk being my favorite one.
You would decrease the attack value.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I actually don't think increasing the attack value would help it as much as giving it a second shield. For me, the it's not a primary attack based ship. That's my personal opinion from having flown it so much. It is a turret carrier. That's what you essentially are buying that ship for, and
it wasn't for me tonight.
Yeah. Well, you're playing me too, so that helps. But otherwise, I feel like the ship is pretty solid. It's more agile than most people give it credit for. It's not fast and maneuverable, but it has a 2 agility, which is great. But the 1 shield and 5 hull is the exact same stats as the Zyzer ship. I can't think of the butterfly shape. Shizor, whatever. Scissor. The scissor ship. The butterfly shaped one. It's the same stat line as it.
Pepper.
Yeah, minus the agility and obviously the attack value. But it's a bulkier ship. It's a heavier ship. Why is it? Why are they the same stat line for hull and for shield? So I personally would want another shield on it as a kind of light duty freighter, either that or hull. But shield makes it a little bit more. It can take a rocket hit, like if that makes sense. Like it can take a missile or a torpedo hit and not basically be dead and in one shot. That's my thing. Is it seems to be a little bit weaker than it should be. But that wouldn't be the way I'd fix it. That would just be the way out of this very specific change. That
See, I would have thought you would have added the attack value because there've been interviews on other podcasts with some of the FFG guys, and they admitted that they perhaps made it too low with one attack die.
They regretted that choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't mind that so much as if I were to fix it, I would give it a system. I know this sounds crazy, but that's what I would do. Is I would give it an opportunity to have a system. It's more of a kind of support ship. To me, there's very few ships out there that are really slow that don't have like a very obvious, system or role, and that suddenly gives that thing so much kind of variability. It's like, it's got one attack die, but you can give it the accuracy correctors or things like that gives it
turn
that
it
kind
to 2.
that gives it that 2. It's like, but you're also giving up a system that might be able to do other things. And
what if they'd come up with a title, something other than the Moldy Crow, to
the only thing I know is that they're really the ship is very limited in its history. The Moldy Crow basically was it. There was no other kind of Moldy, or not Moldy Crow, of Hawk out there, and so you're limited in without really just making something up. And I know they try and stick to as much of the lore as they can. But that would be if I had to fix the ship without really altering it in any way other than, like, I would keep the point costs and things exactly where they're at. I would just give it a system upgrade, and that suddenly it frees up a lot of options for it without being, in my opinion, way overpowering.
Right now,
it lets turrets. It's like, my turrets hit for. They're a given 2, so I can put a TLT on it and always do 2 with it, and always get 2 hits. That makes it.
Or
Fire
control TLT.
Or fire control, that sort of stuff, and it's like, you're an agile ship. Well, guess what? Like, you're getting hit for 2 every turn or twice a turn from my TLT, regardless of asteroids, regardless of all this stuff, and I'm going to strip tokens off of you with this ship. It becomes a mobile support, just kind of, we've really got to take this thing out before it just picks us apart no matter what we're flying. So,
and with the idea of it being a title, it would only work for one, so you can't put it on all of them. So
yeah, that might work.
That would be a cool title for it.
Just a title system upgrade. We can call it the J-Bot title. I like this.
Jayhawk.
Yeah, well, you can still submit it to the
you could still put it
in the custom card league.
I thought the ship. So, that's right. It would be a title. So that's really more of an upgrade.
Yeah, the upgrades aren't done yet. I'm putting them together right now.
Oh, excellent.
Well, they might be done by the time this podcast posts, but this episode.
I'll whip one up as we're talking here. It's not that much. It's not too hard.
Now, I'll briefly touch on something just because it's Hawks, and I know you love them. And I know someone on either our local Facebook page or the Shuttle Tydirium told us how FFG's got these new big global tournaments, and they're all around the world, and they have names like Hoth and Jakku and different names. And one of them, I don't know, it was Yavin or Hoth or whatever. One of them that's lately, I don't even know where it was, but they're 2-day events. And there was like 100+ people, and some guy the first day went 6 wins, 0 losses with 4 scum Hawks. And apparently he got creamed in the second day.
Yeah, the list is actually one when the Hawks came out for Scum that I was like, ooh, I can fit all those into a list and TLTs, but they didn't. He's running some crew that didn't exist at the time,
right? So it's
which do some great things that, because I haven't seen those new crew, I haven't played those new ships. I'm like, wow, that's a great combo with all the other stuff.
True, yeah.
Forlom was one. I think Zuckus was another. Dengar was another.
Dengar was in there, yeah.
Maybe that was it, but it was Paylob with TLT, it was Turkle Nux or whatever his name is with TLT, and then 2 generic the Spice Must Flow runners with TLTs. and they had spread out the crew and all, and it was pretty cool. It's nice concept, but I think from what I hear, triple U-boats blew them up the next day. That
Yeah.
it's great against Imperial Aces, but not against U-boats.
Yeah.
So I know
Yeah.
we just to just touch on tournament stuff, blah blah blah. I thought it was interesting that someone took a really crazy list that I thought was neat.
Yeah, I bet that list is only getting better because I think people are moving away from U-boats more back towards PAL bases right now.
Yeah, there definitely were a lot of them at our local regional that I didn't go to. I just saw photographs of on our Facebook
Yeah.
page, and it's like, hey, here's everybody, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of PAL bases. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, that would have been nasty to go to, unless you had something that was specifically designed to go against it.
I'll refrain from comment so that we keep things positive and not anti-tournament. No, it's just like more like the repetition of percentages of how many people played PAL bases. I think I saw someone had done a graphic and it said about X-wing and it said, "Do you have three
I
jump
saw that.
masters? If yes, you play Scum U-boat list. Okay, then it said, if not, do you like to win? If yes, play Imperial. If no, play Rebels."
Yeah.
Like, rock paper scissors. But that's just kind of a comment. I'm not anti-tournament. I know they're fun. People have fun with them. Yay tournaments. We're not the anti-tournament. We're the casual tournament or casual podcast.
Oh no, it looked like everybody had fun in it, and that was the most important thing. Is everybody looked to have had a great time, regardless of what list they took, and there were definitely some that people at our local store were that I know they took that were completely off the wall, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going. I don't care how I do. It's just a lot of fun." That's
And
to me,
I think they
that's
sell
the way to
beer
play.
there, so that's awesome.
Wow, that might have been part of the fun too.
Yeah. All right. So just for my captain's questions, I know we're going on for a bit. I would pick the Phantom. Attack value is 3 instead of 4 because
Shocking.
4 is ridiculous. It just moves around. It outflanks you. It just destroys you. One, back when basically 2 Phantoms at 86 points would win tournaments with 14-point loss. Like it was down 14 points. It didn't need 14 points. If you took anything else, it just gave points to your opponent. So it just won when people took 2 Phantoms. And that was sure pre-nerf, but it's just too ridiculous. It's just too powerful.
I think they might have regretted that choice as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any other ships with a base 4 attack yet?
The Ghost.
Oh, right, you're right. The Ghost does have it, but that's not a crazy agile ship.
Right, it's new and it's a huge honking thing, so it's easy to get focus fired down. So that's mine. No big surprise, but yeah, the Phantom. That nerf it.